Hi everybody and welcome back to another day of technology. Mike Friedman here, aka your friendly neighborhood technology elf. And today we're looking at the big picture, specifically projectors. Projectors, and I love the big picture and the big immersive experience that they offer. There's really nothing like looking at 120 inches, and I don't care how good your 65-inch TV is, it just doesn't suck you in the way a big picture does. So today we're going to be talking about different types of projectors where you might want to look at one or the other. Specifically, we're going to be talking about long throw projectors versus short throw projectors and conventional projector bulbs versus laser projectors, so that when it comes time for you to pick a projector, you can make the right decision. So, as I mentioned, there's really two types of flavors of projector on the market today. Well, there's multiple flavors, but we're going to narrow it down to the two most popular ones. Of course, we're talking about a traditional long throw projector and a newer, cooler technology, which I consider to be a game changer, short throw projectors. Let's talk about which is which and why you might want to look at one or the other. So the long throw projector is just like it sounds. It usually sits 12, 14, 20 feet, depending on the projector, the screen, and the size of the room, back from the projection screen itself. It shoots an image over that distance from a very small aperture, opens up. The further back you go, the bigger the image is. If you want to know how that works, take a flashlight, hold it against the wall, and start walking back. That image grows. It grows less bright the further back you go, but it keeps getting bigger. Same thing with a projector. Now, what I like about these projectors is from a cost point perspective, they're real accessible entry-level technology. They can be as little as $1,000 for a good unit. Some are even less than that, but notice I said a good unit. And they can go up to like hundreds of thousands of dollars. It really depends on the room you're going to use them in and what it is you want to accomplish with it. If you're trying to build something on a budget, this definitely makes sense. However, if we look at the other type of technology that's emerging, a short throw projector, it may make more sense for certain applications. A few small drawbacks to using a traditional long throw projector. First of all, the cable length. So you have a source, usually a Blu-ray player, Apple TV, receiver, whatever it is, cable box, and it has to travel to the projector. Now, there are some wireless projectors out there. I am not a proponent of wireless video wherever possible. It just sucks up a ton of bandwidth and things can go wrong real quick, and you don't have a backup plan if that wireless unit fails. So usually we're using an HDMI cable or Cat6 cables with a balun, which is just a little piece of technology you pop in the end of them to make them more useful. The challenge is a long length HDMI cable, which can pass 4K, is pretty expensive. So you can add anywhere from $750 to $1,500 more to your projector cost just getting a signal to your projector. The other issue that I find is that when people walk in front of that projector, you see a shadow show. So, you know, in my house, we have a living room projector scenario and kids walk in front of it and I see a shadow of my kid. So that's the only thing you really want to worry about with those projectors. Short throw projectors are really neat. What they do is they emit light and they shoot it upwards instead of across the room, which means that projector sits on a stand right underneath the screen. Typically, it can go up to 120 inches. So this becomes really useful if you're turning another room that's not a dedicated theater room into a theater space. Because at the end of the day, you don't have a projector hanging from the ceiling and you can put your projector screen up and make that space disappear. You don't have the long length of HDMI cables, you don't have the shadows in front of the wall, and it's just a lot easier to implement. You can literally take a receiver underneath of there, plug everything in, and other than getting your speakers to the rear areas of the room, you've got everything you need right there. Your left, center, right speaker, your source, your projector, everything. The only challenge with these projectors is they tend to be a little bit more pricey than a traditional long throw projector. That being said, they've come down in price considerably. I love some of the options from companies like Samsung. It just makes it so easy to get into this space and have a really high quality cinematic experience at home. Now, the other area I want to talk to you about very quickly is light engine. We're seeing a shift from a traditional projector bulb to laser projectors, and I just want to quickly touch on that. Laser projectors are definitely a higher cost investment. However, there's something to be said for them, and I'll tell you what it is. A traditional projector uses a bulb, and now this bulb gets gradually dimmer over time. The challenge is twofold. Number one, you don't see it getting dimmer, your picture just gets less and less high quality. And two, usually when they fail, it goes pop and you don't have a projector anymore because your bulb doesn't work. Not a problem, you can get new bulbs everywhere, online, everywhere else, but let's just look at it from this perspective. If it's Friday night and you have some friends over to watch a movie or a sporting event and your projector bulb dies, there's a very good chance you're not getting one for a few days, which means you don't have a projector anymore. So there is that. And of course, the other issue is the bulbs themselves can be kind of pricey. They can be a couple $100 to $600 or $700, depending on what brand of projector you use. And when we're talking sometimes only 4,000 or 5,000 hours of use, it starts to add up. The laser projector doesn't use a bulb to create the image. It uses a laser. Now what's nice about this is it's consistent. That laser doesn't get any dimmer over time, and usually have at least a 20,000 hour lifespan. Now to put things in perspective, if you're watching about 4 hours a day, every day, you have years and years and years and years of use out of that. And I can assure you 10 years is about the max you're going to get out of a projector, because by the time 10 years has come up, we'll have gone from 4K to 8K to 16K to goodness knows what else. So it's not like we're buying this as the last projector we're going to ever own, or the projector we're going to own for the rest of our lives. It's just a question of how much you want to spend. Do you want to spend $5,000 on a laser projector or $2,500 in a traditional projector and spend another $1,200 worth of bulbs? It's really up to you. And it really depends on how you're going to use it. So there you go, a couple pieces of information to help you make the right projector decision, whether you're creating a home theater, a big picture, a presentation area for your company. Now you have some more information, and now you can make the right decision. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the home theater, specifically the surround sound and the audio portion of it, to complement the big picture we just learned how to create with projectors. I hope you join me then. My name is Mike Friedman for 30 Days of Technology, and I'll see you back here again tomorrow.